Hi and welcome to another video. Today I'll be sharing the Cozy Witch Tarot deck from Amanda Lovelace with you. This is a deck I've wanted for quite some time now. It's absolutely gorgeous, and the reason why I was so keen on getting this is because I've already looked through the Believe in Your Own Magic Oracle deck on this channel, and I use these cards all the time. They are beautifully drawn. This is another one of Amanda's decks that I've worked with for quite some time. I'll just familiarise you with some of the artwork. It is so lovely, and it's just so wonderful to work with. So I knew that this Cozy Witch Tarot deck would be all kinds of awesome to work with. It arrives in a really sturdy box with little thumb slots. And it says on the box, the creators behind Believe in Your Own Magic Oracle deck, best-selling author Amanda Lovelace and illustrator Janina Medeiros bring you the Cozy Witch Tarot, a deck that goes perfectly with your comfiest sweater, a lit candle and a steaming mug of tea. Now, if that doesn't sound perfect to you, I don't know what does. This is published by Andrews Macmillan Publishing, and it's available on Amazon. It's just really plain and simple. There's no messages in the box or anything like that. It's nicely done. It comes with a guidebook that I'll show you shortly. And here are the cards. I cannot describe to you how lovely they are. They're really plain and simple in terms of how they've been made, but we'll get back into that into a moment. So this is the really dinky guidebook that comes with it. It's just in black and white. It gives you a short introduction. It gives you some Cozy Witch basics. I think I might be a Cozy Witch. And then it gives you information about how to read reverse cards, how to prepare your deck, how to get nice and cozy. And then it gives you some suggestions on some spreads and what you can do, and gives you some guidance on some standard spreads that you can have a go at. And then for each card, it gives you a page, a little print of the picture and a page of the information of what it means, and it gives you the upright and the reversed meaning. So it's really nicely done. And for each of the minor arcana cards, it does exactly the same, a single page with the information. And then at the very back of this book, it just gives you some special acknowledgements and a little bit of information about Amanda. So I love this. It's really useful. It's a good guide for first readers as well, if you're a beginner. I love these cards. This is what I was really wanting to get onto. Yes, they are plain edged. Yes, they are rounded edged. But can you see the backs? They're just really simple and cute. But the feel of them, the matte, and they're just really soft. They're so lovely to shuffle. But the reason why I love these cards isn't just for how they feel, how they've been made. It's the fact that Amanda has taken the tarot and thrown it on its head, and she's made it feel more like an oracle deck. And I'm going to show you for why. So the imagery is absolutely stunning. So easy to depict. It is bordered in a really sort of pale cream. It's beautifully coloured. But the cards themselves, she's changed the names. So obviously the Fool would usually be the first card in the deck, whereas she's called it the Cozy Witch. Take a chance, for each morning is a new beginning. And this is what I really like. She gives you a message on the tarot card, so it sort of tells you the meaning. So if you're a beginner, this is ideal. So this would be the Fool, but it's the Cozy Witch. And then we have the Magician. You have everything you need to do anything you want. And look at that imagery. It's just stunning. It just feels so nice to work with. And then we have the High Priestess. When in doubt, your first gut feeling can always be trusted. And the T-shirt Divination Witch and her tarot deck, it's just delicious. And then we have the Empress, and I find it really interesting to see a tarot card with someone wearing a mask, which is part of today's world, isn't it? There is a beauty to be found in every experience. So these cards are named the same as they would be. And then we have the Emperor, the authoritative card. And I like how they've got the clock in the hand. And I love the imagery. The Hierophant, with tradition being important, but it doesn't have to be everything. And the Lovers, will you, won't you? The choice is yours. And I like, if you look at the characters that are featured in the Lovers, they are actually both female. I really like this. The Chariot. You'll never get anywhere if you keep standing still. So the Chariot's about movement, and I like that they're holding onto the hat quite literally. Hold on to your hat and let's go. then we have strength. The imagery is just stunning. Then we have the Hermit here, and I love that the jumpers give some ideas away, and the hoodie there says Solitary Witch. There are some things that must be done on your own. And then we have this one here. So normally in a standard tarot deck you wouldn't have good luck charm. It's not something that is in the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith. So we would have the Wheel of Fortune, where things change. And I'm just going to go a bit further along. No, this is the Wheel of Fortune. So this is where things change. If nothing seems to be going your way, cast a spell. So rather than Wheel of Fortune, we've got to cast a spell. So they're just slightly different. And then we've got Justice. Stick to your truth and everything will turn out just fine. I just think it's really well done. And then rather than having the Hanged Man or the Hanged Woman, we've got the Patient Witch. Learn to get comfortable with sitting still whenever necessary. And I like that they're still kind of hanging there, if you will, but the head over the end of the bed. So it's just different. And then rather than Death, that kind of scary card that people have, we've got Broom, tidying up your life so you can make space for something better. Then we move on to Temperance, which is always found in traditional tarot decks. Let go of your self-imposed limitations. And we have, rather than having, I'm just flicking through my own tarot book because I can't remember everything in order at the moment today. Rather than the Devil, we have Toxic Witches, which obviously makes sense. And then we have the Tower, which is still the same name here. Things are about to get shaken up. Then we have the Star, and I just think that's gorgeous. And then we have the Moon, really nicely done. And then we have the Sun. And then we have Judgment. All the signs say that you're exactly where you're supposed to be. I love these messages. And then the World with, yay, you did it. You now do something to celebrate a job well done. So that's the major arcana. Now, if you're wanting to learn the tarot and you're wanting to know the traditional names of cards, this isn't the deck for you. But if you've got a couple of decks and you want something really nice and cozy to sit down with, this is the deck for you. So we've got the Ace of Wands there. And again, all the minor arcanas have also got a message in them. And I really like this. So we've got the Ace of Wands with, don't you see how passion makes you glow? And the Two of Wands there, all about your decisions. The imagery is just beautifully done. And then the 3 with putting yourself out there and being rewarded one way or another. And the 4. And I love that they've got messages like families, whoever makes you feel the most safe and comfortable. It's just such a positive deck. 5 of Wands. And then the 6. Just really lovely messages. And the 7 there with witches should hold other witches accountable. It's just a perfect little deck. 8 of Wands. And then we have the 9 and the 10. I love the pumpkins on this. Really nice. And then we have the Page of Wands, the court cards here. Still again with the messages at the bottom. And then the Knight. And the Queen. And the King. And obviously the King there, a female figure. So it is a very feminine deck. I love this. I would like it if this cup was actually real. I'd like that cup. So this is the Ace of Cups here. Then we have the 2 of Cups surrounded by pumpkins. I love that. Then the 3, we feature disabilities in this card here. And I love how freeing this deck is. Then we have the 4 of Cups. And the 5 with that grief. And the 6, give yourself a compassion you were never given. Oh, I love this deck. And then the 7. Then we have the 8, that walking away. And then the 9, I like the van in this deck. In this card, it's beautiful. And then the 10 with that beautiful beach there. They're just really nicely drawn as well. Then we've got the Page of Cups on the beach. And the Knight. And the Queen. And I love that it says Sea Witch. It reminds me of Ursula. And then we have the King again. A female figure. Moving on to the Ace of Swords, we have that single hand holding onto a sword. Then we have the 2 of Swords with Wake Up. What is it that you really truly want? And I love that we have the signs here, Indecisive Witch. And then It's Okay to Cry for the 3 of Swords. I think that's just such a lovely message. the Four of Swords, and the 5, and then the 6. All aboard witch, it's time to write a new chapter. This is a card I got the other day. 7. I love this card as well, with the 8. That total overwhelmment at your laptop. Then the 9 and the 10 with the swords on a jacket. It's really nicely done. And then we have the Page of Swords up on the mountains, and the Knight, and again, jumper, book blogger. And then we have the Queen of Swords, don't you dare lower your voice for anyone. And the King of Swords, about learning important things from each other. Moving on finally to the Pentacles, and I love that they're sort of like wooden runes. I just think they're really nicely done. Then we have the 2 of Pentacles, and the 3, and the 4. It's really nicely done. I keep saying it's really nicely done. I'm hearing myself repeat myself. I love that we've got safe haven here on that side for the 5 of Pentacles. So it actually shows you there is somewhere she can go. And the 6 and the 7. How beautiful is that? It's just so lovely. And then we have the 8 and the 9 in the hammock, and the 10 with all them cats. And then the Page, again, female figure, and the Knight having a laptop. Is it a laptop? No, it's not. It's a box out in the woods. Slowly but surely you're going places. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles, this witch is in. And finally, the King of Pentacles. True success isn't just about money, it's about happiness too. And it says, thanks for supporting local witches. I really love these cards. They are indeed very cozy. Is this a deck that you'll get? Is this a deck that you already own? I personally have been finding myself combining the Believe in Your Own Magic Oracle with the Cozy Witch Tarot. I think they work really well together in terms of the art style. I'll just give you an example of 2 cards together there. Obviously, it's the same art style. It's beautifully done. Janina, who's done these images, is so talented. So yeah, I've been combining the 2 decks. Anyway, let me know what you think of these cards. Let me know if there's something you plan on purchasing, or whether you already own them, or whatever you think. Let me know. I hope you found this video informative and helpful. Thanks for watching.